Thank you so much. Good. Yeah. So when we are all done, so actually those who really want to listen now should stay here and sit down, and nobody's forced. It's not that someone has to be here now. No? Only those who want to be here and want to listen, and they can stay. Everyone else, it's a free world. Good. So, as I said, for most of us, as at least for the serious practitioners of Krishna consciousness, it's actually prescribed to fast on Janmasthami. Actually, there is no option. And I see a trend in ISKCON nowadays that we are a little negligent on this point. And to my shocking, even brahmacharis, who should be like the pillars of renunciation in this movement, isn't it? Especially for the ladies now, and for grihastas and guests. Isn't it that those who wear this color of saffron are somehow example, or should be example, should take it serious? Isn't it also for non-brahmacharis that brahmacharis somehow should keep up some standard? Is it right that also some of you would agree on this? Ladies and men married, isn't it?
Yes.
You agree? Yeah. That brahmacharis, they should do something for their being brahmacharis, right? Because they then deserve a certain treatment, respect, all that. Yes, it should be like that. There should be a general understanding and appreciation for a renounced lifestyle. And brahmacharis, or this color of saffron, and especially sannyasis, they should lead that, because general populace, devotional populace, can look up to them and learn from them, especially if they are senior, advanced, and wise. So, especially for them, the renunciation, special austerity is prescribed. This is like no option. It's like no option, because then we'll drag it down. And then we'll end up like any other spiritual movement. We started great with high ideals, but landed flat on their nose. So we don't want that. So this day is Srila Prabhupada, our founder Acharya, His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada, who was a sannyasi also, set the standard. And in the beginning days when Srila Prabhupada was still here, this great personality, he was showing how we shall celebrate this day, Janmasthami. Yes? And it went until midnight. And actually, at times, it went way over midnight. And everyone, woman, man, brahmachari, everyone was fasting. Everyone was fasting. Yes? I say now just from my brahmachari perspective, at least brahmacharis should fast. But everyone should fast. Why is it? Because we are always into sense gratification. This is the tendency of a conditioned soul. This is the tendency of the body. Body wants to enjoy, body wants to see nice things, body wants to eat, all that. And these days, these special days, oblige us to take a step away from sense gratification, which is at times a little tough, because we're not used to it. Oh, the stomach and the tongue, especially the mind. But because it's an prescription, you keep it. And suddenly you will feel you will have a liberating experience. Because you will see, I am not the body. You will see, I am not this body. And I'm also, and it's even more astonishing, I am not the mind. The mind which always dictates what to do, what not to do, which keeps us in illusion, which is binding us, will be overcome through the blessing of such days when we take them serious. Very important. Not without reason that Srila Prabhupada put emphasis on that. So I just can recommend for everyone to, in future, take these days like Ekadashi and these days more serious, because it's a nice festival, it's chanting, it's coming together, it's eating at 12 midnight, huge feast. Yes, this we have also. But the collective renunciation, it empowers us and uplifts us and puts us on a very high consciousness. In my experience, Janmasthami is at times difficult for the mind, for the body, yes. But then comes a boost, a spiritual boost, which makes us transcend that and where we don't take it serious. And I can see this especially at midnight. The moment where you kind of wait all day for, right? Oh, then at midnight when it's all over and a big feast, I stuff my face. And in my experience, this becomes very insignificant in the last moments. Because suddenly Krishna gives the blessing of this day. He will appear at midnight. The arati is going on. We are dancing, we are chanting. The kirtan takes on some more speed, some energy, some ecstasy. And it becomes so nice. The holy name, the spiritual energy is so vibrant. You don't want to eat. It's really like that. You don't want to eat. It's suddenly, the taste is much greater. Vishaya vinivartante niraharasadinam rasavarchang rasopyasya parangdrishtva nivartate. It's said in Bhagavad Gita that as embodied beings, we have to abstain from sense pleasures in order to get free. Vishaya, meaning sense pleasures. And we take a step away from it, renunciation. But the taste for the sense pleasure stays in the mind. In the mind it stays, the taste, the rasa, stays in the mind. And you yearn for it, you hanker for it. Oh, where is the taste, where is the taste? But if through spiritual life you experience a higher taste, and better taste, then these things are not important anymore. And you become liberated. It's the only way how to do it. So, we are renouncing, yes, but we are supplementing material pleasures with spiritual pleasure. It's not an empty thing what we are doing. It's full of spiritual substance. And these days are the days, the gateways. Mahat seva dvaram ahur vimuktes tamo dvaram yoshita sangi sangam. These days are service to the great sages, Mahat, and they are doors to mukti. Yeah? Mahatmanas, Mahatseva, Dvaram, they are like gates. Dvaram, Ahur, Vimukti. Gates to Mukti. Yeah? So, if we space out, and traditional ISKCON slogan, space out these days, we will not get the fruit, the pala, the fruit of these days. Same with Ekadashi and things like this. Yeah. So we should take it serious. That just for a little reminder for everyone. And now, what is this higher taste? It's very important. The soul, what we are not the body. Who is at least believing in the concept of the duality between body and soul? Just to see. Who is at least believing, not having realized, but at least believing or at least considering might be an option. A duality between body and soul. Who is believing like this? Okay. That there's a body and there's a soul. And we are the soul, we are not the body, we're living in the body. Who is tending towards this perspective? Okay. Yes? Everyone. Good. Now the situation, we as souls are inside this body, and the body very often has different interests than the soul. The body wants to enjoy, wants to be an illusion actually, wants to be the master, the ego is there, the pride is there, all that is there, and actually dragging the soul down, dragging the soul in different directions, in directions where the soul actually doesn't want to go, but the soul doesn't see because it's blinded by the illusion of the material life. In order to overcome that, at first we have to understand, okay, I am not this body. This is just a covering. This is just a machine. This is just a chariot. And I am the conscious living entity right now communicating through this body with you. It's not that I am the head which is talking right now with the brain. I am not the head. I am not the brain. I am not the body. It's my body. I'm different. We are all different. But right now in mature existence, we think so much that we are the body that we base our whole purpose of life on this identification, because identification creates purpose. Identification creates purpose. Purpose meaning, what is my purpose of life? What am I doing? For what am I living? But this is defined by what I think I am. If I think I am the body, purpose of life is that the body is happy, that it's feeling well, that's eating good, that's looking good, that's looking good and all that. And the purpose is to maintain the body and all that, and give the body pleasures, because we want to be happy. But the radical point or the radical perspective is we are not the body. So all that we do, what makes the body happy, is waste of time. It might be a necessary thing to do at times because the body hankers for it, the mind hankers, okay. But we should understand it will not lead to ultimate happiness. So we have to understand what is then the soul and what makes the soul happy. We don't say no pleasure. Yes, the soul, what we are, is meant for experiencing pleasure. Ananda Mayobhyasat, it's said in the Shastra. The soul is pleasure seeking. It's natural to be happy. We should be happy. We should be joyful. We should enjoy. This is the purpose of life. But the body will not give us this satisfaction. So we need this higher experience. We need this high experience which destroys all the doubts. As long as we don't have the experience, we think, is it really like this? Is there existence after death? And is it real true, body, soul? Is God, this big, concept, God? I don't know. And this is what Krishna consciousness gives us. It doesn't give us Krishna belief, Krishna faith. This is not the International Society for Krishna Faith. Prabhupada called it the International Society for Krishna Consciousness. And consciousness means that you experience, you are conscious. There's a difference between knowledge, theoretical knowledge, and experienced knowledge or realized knowledge. In Sanskrit it's called jnana and vijnana. Jnana is the theoretical knowledge. I know so much. But vijnana means I realize, I experience it. And when you experience this higher taste, when you have this high experience, all the doubts are destroyed. Why? Because you see, because you experience. So nobody can tell such a person, there is no God. Like Srila Prabhupada. Some people come to, there is no God. But Prabhupada experiences God in every moment. How ridiculous must that be? If like you come to me, and we are now in Germany, and tell me, there is no Austria. It's all an illusion. It's all a lie. There is no Austria. It's a conspiracy. Has never been, will never be. Conspiracy. And then you might, if you have never been to Austria and never seen it, you say, really? Yes. It's just a lie. I have so many proofs and this and that. But when I say, no, that's stupid. I've been there. Actually, I am from Austria. Don't you believe? I tell you. I speak in my language. You will see. I prove it. I can speak like that. If you have seen, then nobody can tell you the opposite. In the same way, if you experience the spiritual platform, have a higher taste, there is no doubt anymore. There is no doubt anymore. It's clear. It's obvious. Yeah. So actually, this spiritual life, Krishna consciousness, shall give us an experience. We are not here to convince you, yes, believe, because here's the donation box, or something like this. Huh? We want that everyone becomes Krishna consciousness to experience a higher reality, which changes his whole being and makes us the best of what we can be. Because the soul is ultimately all good. And if we are experiencing the soul, this is the purpose of life, and this makes the world a better place. The world is a mess because we don't understand it. Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, Yada yada hi dharmasya glanir bhavati bharata bhutanam adharmasya tadatmanam sichamyaham. Whenever and wherever there's a decline in religious principles, I dissent myself, O son of Bharat. whenever there's a problem, when Dharma is not present, when there's no option for humans to live an way of life of goodness and spirituality, Krishna comes to make sure that everyone can live spiritually. This is Krishna's promise. Stefan, komm mal bitte, mach mal. Parents, take care of the children. Okay, so where was I? See this? I lost my track of thought. What was it? Last. Attentive listeners. What was I saying last? What was it? Nobody knows. Yes, this is Kali Yuga. Nobody? Something like, yeah. So whenever there is a decline in religious principles, Krishna says, I will descend, I will come to show the path, right? So now you might ask, but nowadays it's so problematic, isn't it? So many people live such negative lifestyles, so much killing of innocent animals, so much destruction of the nature, so many social problems, so much violence, child misuse, terrible things, and all that. Yeah, you might say, where is God now? This is one of the claims of the atheist, or pseudo-philosophical convinced atheist. He puts this on the table, the problem of evil. How can there be an all-good God in the face of so much evil? This is like one of the main arguments. And it can be a strong argument. There's a point to it. It's a bad world. There are many terrible things happening. Has someone of you known a person who killed himself, herself? Someone in your some relatives, some friends. It's actually a little bit shocking. It's more than half of the people in this room. I know at least, 4 of my relatives or people I knew. It's crazy. People killing themselves. Yeah? So much violence, so many problems. And then some loony religious people speak of an all-good God. How can that be? Look at the world. If God is all good, how can He allow that? Yeah, there's a point to it. Yes. But the thing is, as souls we have a free will. And we create our destiny. God gives us a free will. And we create hell on earth. And these people who blame God for the evils in the world are just lazy and not taking responsibility over their own life. It's His problem. No, we create it, we do it. Yeah. So whenever there's a big problem in this world, or religion is not there, true religion, not adharmic religion, or just in a name, yeah? We are religious and we are doing so many nonsense things. This is not religion. So people are upset with the wrong thing when they say, I become an atheist because of misuse of religion. Yeah? It's the misuse what is the problem, not the religion. You can misuse anything. I can misuse this wonderful book. I can smash it on your head. So this is the problem of this book. Yeah? Misuse. Humans misuse everything. Anything. Money, power, knowledge, religion. Everything gets misused because we are corrupted. So when there's a situation where there's no real spirituality, Krishna makes sure it will be there. This is His promise. And this is what He said in Bhagavad Gita. Whenever there's a situation where there's no true knowledge, I descend myself. And now you might ask, where is He? His promise, where is He? He should come. The truth is, He has come. And He remained. Not in His form of God, but in the form of the Hare Krishna movement. And this is no joke. This is not sentimental, fanatic statement. Srila Prabhupada, the founder Acharya of this movement, wrote this in the Srimad Bhagavatam, 10th canto, the beginning of Krishna's Leelas. He makes the point where Krishna appears. And he says, nowadays the Lord appeared in the form of this Hare Krishna movement. And he is in many forms present. And you can't doubt this. You can. But only after you really tested it. Meaning, check it out and then make a judgment. Don't say, oh, I don't believe, I don't try. No. Give it a serious try and try, because if it's true, jackpot. What's better than the absolute truth right in front of your nose? And you can taste it, you can experience it, you can see it. So what is this presence of God in form of this Hare Krishna movement? At first, it's the holy name. This Hare Krishna mantra. It says, Krishna's Chintamani, what is it? Nama Chintamani Krishna's Chaitanya Rasa Vigraha Shuddha Punom Nitya Mukto Nitya Binatvam Nama Namino. It said the name of God is not different from God Himself. So this word, Krishna, is God Himself in His sound vibration. And this is a universal concept in all religions. The Christians say, hallowed be thy name, the holy name. The name is not just some mundane sound vibration. Yeah. In Muslim tradition, they say Allah Akbar, God is great, Allah. In Judaism, they see the name so holy, they don't even utter it. They don't say Yahweh. We can say, we are heretics. But they don't say, as a real Jew will not say the name of God, says it's too holy. And when they write it, they have also these 4 letters only. They respect the name so much. It's not our philosophy. We say the name is merciful. We can and we should say the name. It will liberate us. But at least we can appreciate the idea. Yeah, they understand also the name is holy. Jehovah's Witness also say God is a name. It's Jehovah. Yeah. In Buddhism also they repeat mantras, sound vibration. It's a universal principle. So we also say the name Krishna, because God is absolute, and His name, the name of God, is God Himself. This is the name aspect, so to say. And this is the most direct way how every one of us can experience God when we chant the name, hear the name, listen, meditate, and suddenly you will experience some different reality, energy, however you want to call it. Something will happen. If the name would be just a material sound vibration, it would not do that. And Krishna is an historic person, and you have never heard of an historic person whose name you chant and you become enlightened. You can try it. Alexander the Great, Alexander the Great, the great Alexander. Try this 1 hour. Yeah, try it, let's see. No, I'm an impersonalist. Okay, then say Coca-Cola, 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 Coca-Cola. Something like that. Try it with any sound vibration, and what will you see? As children, sometimes we did this, or you say word all the time.
Why?
Huh?
Why?
Just for fun.
Why?
Why? Yeah. Why? Yeah. Your daughter is in this phase? Why? I told you 4 million times. Why? I love you. So, but everyone, maybe someone of you tried this once. You say a word very often. And what does happen if you do this? Someone has experience, someone remembers what happens. If you say a word, any word, very often. Someone you has an idea? Yeah?
Es scheint einfach unrealistisch und doof.
Ja.
Einfach irgendwas, was rede ich, das ist einfach Unsinn.
Yes, so you did this, huh? You tried this. Yeah, he says it becomes unrealistic and stupid. Yeah. In my experience, what happened, and when I remember, was not doing this in some time, the word, at first it becomes a word which is like perfectly known and you have a relationship with it, any word. suddenly it becomes obscure and it becomes weird and it loses its meaning. It loses its meaning because you understand just from intuition that this is just a sound vibration which is put on something to describe some object. It's just the connection between the name and the object is artificial. Yeah? The name and the name of the object is artificial. It's just put together by coincidence because of change of language and all that. It's losing its meaning. It becomes obscure. And you have a very strong sense for that, experience of that. When I personally started chanting Hare Krishna, in the beginning, it was very, very weird. The sound vibration was weird. Hare Krishna, 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 Krishna. It's weird, yeah. It was foreign. It was strange. I had no relationship. But I did because I heard, yeah, it's good, and tried and meditate. Okay, I did. And very soon, this changed and it became very... how to say, what's the word? I got used to it and somehow I felt some connection and it felt close. And suddenly, also more and more, it got meaning. It got more meaning and somehow I saw it doesn't only have meaning, it has actually an eternal meaning and not just an eternally deep meaning. Something what you experience or look at and you understand, but then you look, wow, it has another layer of meaning or truth to it or substance. Yeah, let's say like substance. There's another layer of substance and you step there, you go there, you experience and you say, wow, this is deep. Just this Krishna. And then we're there, suddenly you see, wow, there's another layer behind that. There it goes further. And you go there and you say, whoa, this is amazing. And the further you go, the more you see that actually it's eternally deep. It has no end of meaning, of experience, of taste, of existence. And it gets more meaningful, more close to you. Unless any other sound vibration. So I'm chanting Hare Krishna now since 15 years. At least 16 rounds a day. My chopper is there. 16 rounds, which is approximately 1.5 to 2 hours since 15 years. At least. Very often we chant more rounds and on special days, on Ekadashi, very many rounds. And it's really, really true. From my experience, I can say it's true what Srila Prabhupada says, that you can chant Hare Krishna always for the rest of your life. It will get more deep, more strong, more blissful. And the great sages, they don't speak about this just to catch us into something. They speak because of experience and of compassion. Because great sages, and also Krishna, they see our dilemma. We don't see our dilemma. We think it's perfectly right what I'm doing, what I'm thinking, what's going on. I think it's all right. But from personalities from this higher vision, they see very clearly what's going on. They see this is a soul. They see your soul. They see you as a soul and how you're bewildered and doing whatever you do in your search of happiness. Like a doctor in a psychiatric asylum. The real doctor, he goes there and he sees, and this person comes, I'm Napoleon Bonaparte. Call me Boni. I'm right now here for some time, but actually on my way to Russia, and this time I really get him. And the doctor knows he is a little bewildered, this is not the truth. Anyway, we don't go into a basic discussion, what is truth, what is reality. It's example. It has its limits, but it's example. Meaning, a person in a higher consciousness sees very clearly where you at. And a person with it, he sees very clearly what's going on. And also his representative, someone who has got consciousness, sees as equally as clear as God. And he sees very clearly what's going on. And we are in our movie of our life. Yeah? But actually, we are not clear. So these great personalities, out of compassion realization, say this name will give you everything what you are searching for. And now you might say, yeah, everyone is saying this, all the religions say the same, and whom should I believe? All our doubts. But our argument is called the Hare Krishna Challenge. Before you come to a judgment, try it. This is scientific, meaning a scientist will not judge before he went into laboratory and made the experiment. So we say it's an experiment. Give it a try, because if it is true that the holy name gives you all happiness, what is better than that? So just give it a try and check it out for yourself. Yes. So Krishna appeared not only as the name is a very powerful, like most powerful. And as I said in the beginning, every Janmasthami when we chant Hare Krishna and we get more and more this higher taste, you don't want to stop. Suddenly if you, by Krishna's mercy, get even some guests, get this experience of the huge, unlimited dimension of the holy name. It's a real deep experience. And these days and this association can give you that. The other thing is, of course, the scriptures, the books, the association, the deities, and all that. So the complete Hare Krishna movement is there to communicate God to us. So Krishna appeared 5,000 years ago, which is a long time back. Who really knows? Yes, we know, we accept. But Krishna is present right now for everyone to take. And it's up to every one of us to take or not to take. Yes? Come on, what's going on? Are you children? Yeah, everything is important in the world when we think it's important. These are the brahmacharis. These personalities are great renunciants of etiquette. So Krishna is here for every one of us to take, and we can decide because we have a free will, and we have been here around since long time, many lives we have been living, so say the Shastra, the scriptures, there's some point to that. And very often Krishna comes to us and says, hey, here I am, for you, please come. And we say, sounds good, but I have some other business. See you later, alligator. And maybe next life. Krishna says, okay. Krishna is patient. But maybe the time will come, and should come now, where we shouldn't let him wait anymore. Let him wait anymore. Yes. Yeah. Because he is cool. Krishna is the coolest person. Krishna is a person. He's not just a cloud, some energy. He's a person. But he's the coolest person. He's the ideal person, the perfect person. God is not just some abstract entity. He's a being, a feeling, thinking, conscious being. Why shouldn't he not be like that? Why should we have more than him? Oh, we can think, we can talk, we have consciousness. No, God doesn't have that. No, he has it, but he has it in perfect way. This is the difference. Yeah? From our point of view, to understand God is two ways. Either you negate your existence, you don't want to see the aspects of your existence in the Supreme, or you make it ideal, meaning you put it to the perfection. This is Krishna consciousness. We didn't say, oh, our existence is all material, it's illusion. God cannot be anything of that. He must be empty. No, our way is saying existence is good, but now ours is limited. God's is unlimited. So as we are thinking and feeling entities, God is, but his thinking and feeling is unlimited. And this person is called Krishna. And his association is most satisfactory. Isn't it that every one of us searches for personal association? Imagine now, every one of us goes in a direction. Everyone goes in a different direction, and there's a room. 5 meters times 5 meters, there's a chair, there's nothing else. and every one of us goes into this room and stays in this room for 5 years. Imagine, how must it be to be in an empty room with no people for only 5 years? Time passes quickly, isn't it? This probably go crazy. Actually, in prisons, one of the worst things they do to prisoners, there are many, many bad things you can do to prisoners, but one very easy bad thing to do to prisoners, it's called, who is a native English speaker? Solitary confinement. A cell only for you. And they just put this tray with some kind of food inside, and that's about it. And the first days you might think, finally, I have my peace. Finally, no idiots around anymore. But very soon you will miss these idiots. You need someone to talk, to be around. We are social entities. Actually, we cannot exist without company. So we like company, but we don't like idiot company. Understandable. Only if there's no company, we probably take even an idiot. But in general, we like good association of good people, of nice people, people to fit to us, all that. So Krishna is the perfect person. Because that's what we search in people is beauty, right? We like to hang out with beautiful people, with intelligent people, with kind people, with renounced people, with smart people, with rich people, right? There must be some qualities to a person which makes this person attractive. Where I think, this person is worth of my hanging out. And it said Krishna, the concept of Krishna, as I said, the ideal person, he's the perfect person. He's the most beautiful, most rich, intelligent. How must it be to be around such a person? And he's not proud. He's not, yes, because when we are like this, if you're very beautiful, some people, they are very beautiful and they become tremendously proud. Kind of more than women, because there's somehow a thing for the women more. No discrimination, but often I see on the streets a beautiful woman and you can smell the pride. It's like crazy. It's like she's so proud because she thinks she has, some good curves and thinks, I am so wonderful, I'm so great. She walks down the street and, And men have it on the other side because of their money or their strength. I'm very strong and they are very proud. Unless someone comes with a little bit bigger biceps. Or they are very intelligent. Humans in general, when they are intelligent, become proud. Because Krishna is the ideal person. He has all these aspects to an unlimited degree, but at the same time he is unlimitedly humble. And this is a very beautiful quality. So we shouldn't be afraid, oh, Krishna is so intelligent and I'm really stupid. Oh no. No, Krishna will never misuse that. So this is, in the end, the concept of Krishna as the ideal person, which philosophically is completely sound, meaning consistent. Philosophically, theologically, consistent. And in Krishna consciousness, this philosophical idea is put into practice, where the communication shall happen between the devotee and the Lord through bhakti. Bhakti is this element what connects us to Krishna. It's devotion. Because you cannot impress Krishna with your IQ. Some of us here are quite intelligent. I can see. You are some very intelligent people here. And you think, I'm so smart, this will get me to Krishna. I will impress him with my IQ. My IQ is at least 708. 108, good number, yes. 108 probably. Yeah. So I know so much, so I impress Krishna with it. Krishna is not impressed. Right? How can you impress Krishna with your knowledge? Oh, I know already 85 shlokas from Bhagavad Gita. Krishna, you reveal yourself now? Okay. Good news for everyone. This will keep on going for some time. He doesn't want to stop me. It's quite the opposite. So, Intelligence does not impress Krishna. Beauty, you think, oh, I'm so beautiful, because not now, I'm a little old now, but I was actually the Mr. Austria. Hey, someone doubts this or what? What? You doubt? I'm offended now. Come on, I have still an ego. No, I don't do this anymore. Go away. When I still had hair, I looked different. I was on the catwalk. I was impressing everyone. So I'm very beautiful, so I impressed Krishna with my beauty. No, Krishna is way more beautiful. And if you're a girl and you think, no, I'm a beautiful girl. Sorry, the gopis are a little bit more beautiful. Sorry to say. Yeah, gopis are very beautiful. Krishna has so many beautiful gopis. So you cannot impress Krishna with that. You say, okay, I impress Krishna with my bank account. I have MasterCard, Visa card, I have American Express, I have everything on everyone. And any card I have at least 108,000 euros, you know. I will impress Krishna. See, Krishna, no, he owns the whole universe. Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, what's this shloka? Sarva Loka Maheshwaram. Sarva Loka Maheshwaram. I'm the Lord. I'm the owner of all realities, all places in this universe. Krishna is also Adanta. What is it? Adanta? No. Adantarasta Paramanu Chayantarastam. Krishna is situated in every atom. In any particle what this universe is consisted of, Krishna is situated, Krishna owns. Krishna owns everything. You cannot impress Krishna with your credit cards and with your stocks and all that. Oh, I have many stocks in all the best companies in the world. Google and Apple, and I'm so rich. No? Krishna is not impressed. I think, okay, then I impress Krishna with my strengths. I train every day, I make 108 push-ups 5 times, and I do this and that, I'm really strong, and jumping on my rope. I'm not doing that. Actually, yes. Jumping on the rope. So, healthy. For health reasons, not for impressing Krishna. So, but it's that Krishna, he's not like Atlas. You know Atlas from Greek mythology? Atlas is the guy who's holding up the earth. And he's really, really sweating because earth is very heavy. Krishna is not like this. Krishna can lift the whole sun and moon and planets just with a, side thought of his consciousness. Like by the side. Krishna is maintaining the whole universe just by the side. This whole universe is not Krishna's main concern. It's actually just, it has to happen for us guys. And so with some back layer of consciousness, he is somehow creating all this reality. Isn't it? Krishna is primarily concerned with a different reality, with the spiritual reality, with his reality. The material world is just a joke for him, no problem. So we cannot impress Krishna with strength, money, all that. So how can we impress Krishna? How can we, if God is a person who is feeling, his thinking, how can you contact? We are like not even ants, we're bacteria. Like an ant with its crawling here and calling, you again. You don't even hear this creature. It's too small. What do you care about an ant or a bacteria? Isn't it? We are so small compared to Krishna. Krishna is huge. So how can we, Krishna? Only with one thing. One thing only. Because as I said, Krishna has everything. Krishna has everything. He's the most beautiful and rich, and he has all the gopis, and he has spiritual and gopas, and Mother Yashoda, and everything. Mystic powers. But one thing he does not have, but he really wants to have it. What is it? No, God has everything. How can he have something not? So what is it what he does not have? Huh? No, Krishna has bhakti, he has bhaktas, so many bhaktas. So what is this, what you have, what you serve, or what you can give him then? Was ist das, was du hast, was du ihm geben kannst, wenn du im Dienst, was will er von dir?
Hingabe.
Ja, Hingabe. Und was ist die Essenz von Hingabe? Who said this? Yeah, love. Liebe, love. Because now we are the soul, right? We're actually parts of Krishna. We belong to Krishna. We are His. But right now we're ignoring Him. God, no, I don't believe in you. You don't exist. You don't exist. No, I have many reasons why not to believe in you. You know, problem of evil, the moral argument doesn't convince me. So many the Pope, yes, no, because Pope, there is no God. Yeah? So many weird arguments why we isolate Him. So, but we have to do the thing what we are meant for, which is loving. The soul is meant for loving. And Prabhupada says very nice, he says, if you don't love God, you love dog. We are turned around. G-O-D, D-O-G. Right? The same word, just around. If you don't love God, you have to love, even if it's a dog. And then you go with your dog, gassi, and you wipe his rear end. I see this now all the time. People are really doing this. First, they have to collect the production of the beloved, Bello. And he is making his business because it's very expensive nowadays to not take it with you. Yeah, so they are okay, I do it. So they're baggies, they're doggy baggy, and they do this, and no, and they are, no problem, everyone does. And I see sometimes they even, once I saw in Nuremberg, no, it was in Ulm. Ulm, everyone has been to Ulm, very nice German city. There is the highest church tower in the world, in Ulm. 163 or 5 meters. Big church. And there I saw a rich guy driving with his Mercedes Cabrio, stopping and going out with his Bello or Pico or the Susi or whatever, and making business. And then he took the tail and he had some tissue and wiped the end because he was sitting on the front seat of his Cabrio. To not dirty his leather chairs and all that. And then so it's really true, it's really true. If we don't love God, if we don't put our energy to the Supreme, we have to even do that. And this is not even that bad. It can get worse, where we love stupid things actually. We are addicted to our post stamps. Darf ich dir meine Briefmarkensammlung zeigen? Darf ich dir meine Schmetterlinge zeigen? Guck mal. It's all good, but if this is the purpose of my life, it's really embarrassing. Yeah. So if we don't love God, we have to put the love somewhere else. Something has to be loved. We want to love someone, something even. There is this potency of love. So, but this love is actually meant for Krishna. This is why we are created. So this is what Krishna wants. And this is what impresses him. And this nice example is given. There's so many nice children now. And if there is, the child wants to make some surprise for the mother or for the father, and the child, doesn't have money, cannot buy something, doesn't have, any skills, but thinks, oh, I will paint something for mommy, and then sits there and scrabbles with the with the pens or something, this is me, like this, here it is, oh, Krishna. Here, child was painting. Isn't it? So, yes. Okay, so this child here was painfully painting this and that, and then it comes, maybe not now, to the Papa, yeah? And the Papa, he's a lover of the arts. He has, the Rembrandt, Michelangelo, Da Vinci, Monet, he knows it all, he has it all. And then his boy comes, Papi, I painted something for you. And he takes his head, what's that nonsense? That's not art, what shall I do with this? No, he will not do that. He'll say, oh, Hansi, thank you so much. This is most beautiful painting. Oh, we'll put it right to Mona Lisa, yes? And he really means it. He puts it there, and we always see, this is my Hansi. He painted to you. Papi, this is me, and this is you. And so nice. Isn't it? And in the same way, now the Singadev, he will not say, here, who was Sarah? Sarah, This is not me, come on. This is offensive. No, he was saying, oh, Sarah put her heart here inside. She even made a heart here. Look, Nrsingadev, I like you. And she put it there. And Nrsingadev, the ideal person, Krishna, he is thinking, he is feeling, he is willing, he accepts. Why? What is here inside? He has some talent is inside, yes. Some color, isn't that? But from a material point of view, not much. But from a spiritual point of view, he has devotion inside, he has bhakti inside, he has love inside. And Krishna is waiting for that since time immemorial, that we finally give him love. And he appreciates this very much. And when we do that, we will experience this love too. If you please Krishna, Krishna is happy. And you will feel a certain happiness. And this is why the devotees here want to please Krishna. Not to make us happy. This is a side effect. But to really, really give satisfaction for Krishna. The more we do this consciously, the more bhakti will flourish. And this is why we can renounce the material world. This is why we can fast until midnight and even don't want to stop because the holy name is so ecstatic and all that. The spiritual world is manifesting here. Because we experience this higher taste. And those who are very advanced on this path, Mahajano Yena Gadasa Panta, those who walk this path very far, they are the proofs for that, because they are completely different. And any religion, any tradition has those personalities. May it be a Jesus or other Christian saint who was very great in this regard, or in our tradition, or in Islam tradition, some Sufi mystic. They have some contact with the transcendence, and they proved it is there. And it's interesting, has never been in history a person in this world who came out and told us, there is no God and I know it. Never. But there have been many, in any tradition, any philosophy came out and said, I know there is God. They are communicating from this reality to us, like in Plato's cave example, isn't it? They're sitting in the cave, they know nothing else. One walks out, says, whoa, there's a whole reality. They only have experienced reality in this cave. He goes inside and says, hey people, this is not everything there is, this small cave. There's a whole world out there. And what they say, shut up, you idiot, you're loony, you took some drugs or what? We stay in our cave. So the saints always come and tell us this. There is a whole world, a spiritual kingdom, a soul, different reality. And most of the time people say, shut up and stop and kill them even, right? Jesus was killed. In our tradition, Haridas Thakur, all that. But there have been so many who came from this reality, and also Srila Prabhupada. And their whole being is proof for that. They come from this reality. So that's the reason why it said, Mahajano Yena Gata Sampanta. We follow the path walked by the great sages. They don't carry you. You have to walk yourself, but they show you the path. They enlighten the path. Here's the path. But you have to walk yourself. This is our responsibility. So on this happy note, we take a break. Because he wrote something. Theater is 9:30. Mach weiter mit Bhajan. So, I hope I could communicate something to you. And actually I'm preaching to myself more than I'm preaching to you. The speaker of Bhagavad Katha, Krishna Katha, is most benefited, so I'm very thankful for having the opportunity to speak on these things, which make me more conscious of that. And I think for some of you something might be also have been helpful, inspiring, interesting. But I can only, in the name of Srila Prabhupada, of our founder Acharya, in the name of him, beg everyone, give it please a serious try. Because every one of us is very valuable, and it's a pity if we get lost again in this ocean of material existence. And Srila Prabhupada was very sorry if someone comes and goes, without trying, testing, getting the taste and all that. Because Prabhupada was very compassionate. You know the word compassion? Everyone knows the word compassion? Barmherzigkeit? Barmherzig? What this means? Meaning a person who really feels for you. And Prabhupada is such a person, he was feeling for the people. And he experienced this huge ecstatic reality. And he sees how we are not doing that and that we are not properly situated. So in that regard, we should take it serious. Because Prabhupada brought this present for us. It's a valuable gift. Please take it. And to ignore that, it's sad. So today, Krishna Janmasthami, a very auspicious day. I thank you again so much for listening. As it's said here by the authorities, keep on doing some bhajan. I would say like this. Maybe someone can give me a harmonium. We do some bhajan. Those who like to stay, stay. If not, walk around, take a relaxation until your mind is again capable. I will sing for some time, and then maybe we do like this. Those who are interested, come back or stay, and please think of a question. You should have a question. So we can discuss. Then we can maybe come also a little bit closer, and we can discuss. I sit down, and we can discuss some points of philosophy, or what is troubling you, or if you want to know more, or it was not clear, or some doubt, or some, challenge, right? We are not here the brainwashing company. We are very open for criticism and challenges, and I feel competent to discuss things like this, and I think we have good answers, and maybe we can discuss. So we will sing 10 minutes or something, and those who are interested, we come here, sit here, and we can discuss a couple of points. Actually, we should be interested, right? We should have questions. Question meaning we are thinking. It said the one who gives the lecture, he speaks, he makes the most advancement. And the second, those who ask questions. And third, who are listening. Why are making those people who have questions make more advancement? Because question means you reflect what you heard. You think what you heard. And naturally you think, this, that, this, that, this. Okay. Srila Prabhupada ki. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, this is Hare Krishna, chanting, which is especially powerful in association. And yeah. So, are there any questions? Someone, you have a question? Yes, please.
It's about Ekadashi and about fastening on Ekadashi. Do you eat nothing or do you eat vegetables or what is it like? I didn't understand it.
Oh, she asked about Ekadashi. Ekadashi is the 11th day in the moon calendar. Yeah. So, and it's in the beginning times when Srila Prabhupada spoke about Ekadashi and what to do and this and that, devotees thought Ekadashi is a very bad day. It's the 11th day in the moon calendar. The 11th day. There are 2 Ekadashis in a month because you have 30 days in the moon, and the one phase is the moon getting to Purnima, to full moon, and the other is going back again to new moon. So, and it's always counted beginning from a new moon or starting from a full moon. So we have always 15 days in one half of a month. So you have 2 Ekadashis. Ah, my friends. Again here, yes, Charu. And so you have 2 Ekadashi in a month. And devotees thought, oh, Ekadashi is very, very bad. But actually, Ekadashi is a very good day. It's a very powerful day. It's a very special astrological, cosmological situation. And this day is especially recommended for spiritual practice. So everything you do on Ekadashi, either you fast, either you chant, whatever, it's increased, it's stronger. And it said Ekadashi, we should fast on Ekadashi, and at least you should fast from grains and Hülsenfrüchte, like beans and things like this. I don't know how it's said in English. Like beans and dal and this. So you should eat simple. You should eat vegetables, fruits, no grain, milk products, something like that. But if you can, eat very little or eat nothing. In our movement, we at least abstain from grains and Hülsenfrüchten. This we don't. Some fast complete, some even don't drink. But the day should be used for increased chanting and hearing. Then you get more benefit. Yes. Something else? Ja?
Ekadashi ist jetzt nur so spirituell.
No, actually not. No. It's interesting. You asked if the material also it can help.
Yeah.
It's interesting. There are some scriptures which explain about Ekadashi, and they always give material boons. So Ekadashi can be used either for good karma, material karma, or can be used for, and it should be used actually for spiritual progress. We as devotees don't use Ekadashi for material, but actually it gives you also like, residence on heavenly planets, good karma, health, all that. Ekadashi is extremely powerful day, and whatever you do in Ekadashi, it gets fulfilled, it will work out. But we as devotees understand that also good karma is bad. Because we want to get out of the material world, and good karma keeps you in the material world, because if you have a lot of good karma, you have to get born again to become rich and powerful and have nice children again, and become Birla or something, become some powerful person. So we don't want any karma because we want to go to Krishna. Yeah, something else? Some questions?
Aber wieso hat eigentlich Vishnu Jai und Vijay in die materielle Welt geschickt, obwohl sie eigentlich halt gar nicht vorgehen wollten? Sie wurden ja verflucht, aber das war...
This is a long story. He asks about Jai and Vijay. In the Puranas is a story. It's a long story. And there were 2 doorkeepers. It said the spiritual sky, the spiritual world, there are 2 doorkeepers at the entrance to the spiritual world. They are called Jai and Vijay. And once there were the 4 Kumaras. You're from India, you know the Kumaras, right? Everyone from India knows the 4 Kumaras? Chatusan Kumaras? Huh? Our friends from India, you know the Kumaras? 4 Kumaras? In the Puranas explained there are 4 small boys. They are the first children of Brahma. And when Brahma created them, he had a purpose for them in mind to progenate, to make many, many children for the universe. So he made 4 very powerful beings. And they came and he manifested from his mind. Brahma is very powerful. Chaturmukha Brahma. He has very powerful mind. And out of his mystic power, he created 4 children, 4 boys, and told them, now you make many children for the universe, because the universe is empty. And these boys were very smart, and they said, this sounds like a lot of trouble. No, we will not do this. We stay brahmacharis. Yes. And they were small boys, and they were naked. And they stayed small boys until this day, and they wander throughout the universe in their small body as children, like in this age, something like this, 4 boys. And they are very powerful, they are very intelligent. And once they went to the spiritual sky, and they wanted to get into Vaikuntha, the spiritual world, but there was Chai and Vichai, powerful personalities, standing at the door. And these 4 sages, they wanted to walk through, but they with their clubs blocked the entrance and said, where are you going? We want to Vaikuntha, we want to see Narayan. Look, you have no clothes on even. You're from the material world, you cannot enter here. And then they became angry and said, oh, we thought only pure people are here. I see you're full of envy and hatred and discrimination. You shouldn't be in the spiritual world. We curse you that you go in the material world. And they're the doorkeepers of Vaikuntha. And then Narayan came and he saw, what's going on? And actually he upheld the curse of the Kumaras because they are Brahmanas. And he said, my doorkeepers, they are like me, they are my people. And I take this very serious that they offended you, even though actually they were right in one sense. But Narayan took the Brahminical curse serious and said, okay, they will go in the material world and they can choose either 3 births as good people, bad people as demons, or 7 births as good people. And they chose to be big demons, and they did it as service to Krishna, and because Krishna wanted to fight. And so the occurrence came, there was Hiranyakashipu, later Ravana, that Krishna can fight. So they did it as service, they accepted it. And in that sense, they do what their master wants. Yeah. It's important that they came, because without Hiranya, we always worship Narasimhadev and Chaturdasi. But, we should thank you, Hiranyakashipu. Without Hiranyakashipu, Narasimhadev would not appear, isn't it? Thanks to Hiranyakashipu, to Chai, that he came. So the appearance day of Narasimhadev is the disappearance day of Hiranyakashipu. Okay. Yeah, that was a little technical question. So because at 9:30, we have some time until then, there will be a theater. And the ISKCON Simhacharam theater are very legendary. So the time is worth waiting and spending, because we will see some extraordinary theoretical show by the dramatic actors here. I think that will be something very wonderful, amazing, exciting, funny, everything. So, okay, what can we do? What can I tell you? We should do more bhajans? Yeah. Everyone likes to do bhajans? Okay, then we do bhajans. Kormani wants to sing bhajan?
There's Option auf Maharaj, ob das gerade live, kann nur keiner sagen. Wenn du gleich springen wollen.
Well, I think bhajan is better. Yeah. Okay, good. Then that's actually from my side everything. Again, I want to say thank you. I was speaking today, I guess, almost 6 hours. Was my pleasure, because through this I could really absorb and time was flying. I was speaking so much about Krishna, Krishna Katha, this and that. It's very engaging for me, enlivening. Thank you for the audience. And I have a YouTube channel. If someone likes to see more presentations like this, I have a YouTube channel. I can give you my card. I have also English presentations. You can write to me as questions. I'm also available on Facebook and all that. And I want to assist devotees in their devotional life, give some advice, this and that. And yeah, if you want to know more about that, I give you my card happily. Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Krishna Janmasthami ki jai, Simhachalam ki jai, Nitai Gaur Premanande.